Aries, Kapualani here with your girl and her moon Scorpio full moon reading. Let's see what the cards have in store for you for this Scorpio full moon. Okay, so first up, what do you need to hear from the universe? Your message from the universe. Aries, the Empress. Look at you. You are owning your power and the universe is acknowledging it, okay? All of the work that you've been doing, you've been very attentive to the messages, to the feedback, in just taking it all in, slowing down, because ultimately, right, the Empress is that sacred feminine energy of prosperity, of abundance, the complete embodiment of those aspects, right? In terms of just receiving, okay? In rooting yourself, in focusing on self-care, you're doing what needs to be done. That's what you're supposed to be doing right now. And so again, the universe is acknowledging that and is saying that if you hadn't been doing that, it's time to switch gears, shift gears, and into, you know, out of the masculine energy of go, 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 into the feminine of, all right, it's not a full-on stop, but the feminine is just, all right, we're just gonna slow down. You know, it's not just a bird, but just we're gonna shift out of that, okay? So what will this particular Scorpio full moon bring into your awareness? Six of Cups is gonna bring up your needs. I'm getting like emotional needs, your need to connect, your need to feel nurtured, you need to feel supported and surrounded by not only like-minded individuals, but people who really can connect with you, people who know you on a soul level. All right, so this is an energy of recognizing, you know, who in your life, friends, family, loved ones, even in the way that you just engage yourself and engage others, who fills your cup and whose cup do you enjoy filling, like where it is a balanced and reciprocated effort. Not just that, but this really touches on you even honoring your own roots, your own history, really acknowledging where you have done any of that childhood, you know, familial trauma clearing, things of that nature. So, you know, in this instance, again, I just get to, because look at these two trees here with the water, it's a balance. So another aspect also is where you might have been playing it safe and staying a lot more, or a lot, like, how should I put this? Where you've been less forthcoming, where you've just been sort of keeping to yourself and not kind of putting things out there. Like what I'm trying to say is we don't want to overwater things. And so that's where it's about finding that balance. Okay. So if you haven't been, again, nurturing, time to nurture. And where you have been, all right, it's time to sort of let yourself step out a little bit. All right. Share that energy. What you might be revisiting. Daughter of Swords. So this gives you time to sort of just take in some new experiences, but not get overwhelmed by things. This is also a time where you're okay. It's again leaning back into the experience, not so much as trying to make something happen. With this Daughter of Swords energy, there's an energy of observing, taking things in, but also not being afraid or reluctant to just, you know, give it a shot. I feel this energy of like, yes, gathering info. I said this earlier, gathering info, but not getting too overwhelmed, too flustered by it. All right, so let's get some advice for a smooth full moon. The Tower. Okay. Pardon me while I pause. There's a different level of reality that you are getting ready to step into, and it's not necessarily immediate is what I'm getting. But this Tower energy, this Tower moment, this is something that's going to be working on your behalf. This is something that's saying, let's have some advice. So expect the unexpected. Okay? Be ready for some shifts. Like I said, this is a time to shift. So if you've been in this mode of doing, then definitely Spirit saying you're doing enough. Now it's time to self-care. Now it's time to, like in that feminine energy, the daughter energy, the Empress energy. There might be something that I feel like it's going to be a shift in your perspective. I feel like there's a realization to where I'm almost hearing you I don't think you realize that you've been naturally making certain changes. Like it's just you've been listening, you've been doing, you've been following, but I don't think you've been noticing it or realizing it. And so that's where I get this Tower energy of, you know how sometimes when you're going on and going and going and going and going, you don't actually stop and look back and say, look how far I've come. It's like one of those moments where I think there's this, I don't know, I feel like you're going to have this notice where it's just like, wow, my life definitely is different. My life is totally not the same. I am not the same. I am totally different. And I saw 5:55 on a timer as I was saying that. So, all right, let's see what sort of break, what sort of downtime your soul is craving. Father of Wands, yeah, you want to express yourself. Look at that masculine energy. From being in a position where you can finally and wholeheartedly admire the position that you're in, admire how far you've come, recognize what you need at this point in your life to feel even more established, more comfortable with yourself and with where you're at. This Father of Wands is saying to embrace the journey, embrace the vision. Like I said, it's lean back. Like, yes, take steps. I didn't say full stop. Remember, I was like, this isn't a full stop. This is something where we're leaning back and we're taking an assessment of how far you've come so that you can get a gauge on, hey, you've hit those milestones, you've hit those goals and then some, right? You do have bigger goals out there, but it benefits you to acknowledge how far you've come so that you can see, wow, rather than the journey looks this far away, you've come this far, like it's not that much further away, you know? So that's where you can pace yourself, you can slow down, you can enjoy how much you've grown, okay, Aries? So keep in mind, there's a lot of these activations coming through for your creativity, and don't worry, okay? When the time comes, you'll feel that shift, like the flip of a switch type thing. You'll feel this shift, and you're gonna know when to kick things into gear. All right. So don't forget to check out the other side. The other side, your moon, rising, and even if it speaks to you, Venus, North Node, if those speak to you as well. But definitely, at least your moon and rising, check those out for some added insights. And visit us, to girlundermoon.com for any guidance, any support you should need. And remember, we are offering live sessions. So if that's something that should interest you, we're here for you live now. All right. So have a good one. Take care. Hey, Taurus. Kapualani here with your girl and her moon, Scorpio full moon reading. Taurus, we're already getting, all right. So this Three of Swords just wanted to make this appear. Okay, so you're taking inventory and starting to get clear on what's not serving you, the things it's like taking control of the heartache, I guess is what I'm like hearing. And it's like, since it went flying this way, I don't know if it's that, it's a couple of things. So clearing out the heartache, recognizing where there is this, not stuckness, but that clashing between the heart and the mind, okay, Taurus, and taking an account of what's working for you, what's not working for you. Basically, it's like, how did we end up here? How did I end up with the results that I have, and what can I do to empower myself? That's a lot of what I'm hearing for you right now, Taurus. So let's see what the cards say with that in mind. Okay. So let's get your message from the universe. Mother of Pentacles, I love this. We're opening up with your energy, earth energy. Yeah, okay. So this is going to be your time. I don't know why, but maybe it's because it's like that Mother Earth energy, but I don't know. I'm like, just really that shine in your earth power, your sense of practicality, your sense of being just really grounded and real to the moment, real to what is necessary, being right here, right now type of thing, while also aware that yes, like we want to be aware, sure of our stability and so forth. So you're in this space where it's like, yes, there's a mindfulness about the future, and there's this space of feeling a lot more in control, a lot more in control of your present moment. And I'm hearing even like the state of your wealth and just obviously like finances and things of that nature. So you're in a position of not only taking accountability of those things, but it's kind of like that assessment based on where you are and what you're capable of, based on your current future goals and everything, from the goals that you did have, what you have accomplished. Okay, that's where I'm getting that energy of assessment, right? So what will this full moon, the Scorpio full moon, bring you to your awareness? Yeah, that comfort. Nine of Pentacles. It's gonna show you that you're in charge. Like, my gosh, money. All right, stability, you being in a position where you can really take care of yourself. You can admire, okay, how far you've come, and the fact that you're only this much closer to those bigger goals, that 10 of Pentacles, that Empress energy, of shifting into being in complete feeling of empowerment, and I guess you could say control, of your physical reality, obviously. And so this full moon is really going to show you that it's like you're good. Yes, like we're 9 out of 10, so can we do more? Would we love to have more? Sure. And hey, you know what? You're doing pretty dang good. 9 energy is the energy of review, and we're looking back to take an assessment of how far we've come. We're qualifying and quantifying how far we've come, and we can feel good about ourselves here. All right, so let's see what you might be revisiting: the star, your hopes, your dreams. And so this again is based on, you've had a number of goals you've had, and even when it comes to like goals being projects that need to get done, or work that needs to get done, or even just getting through the days of the week, and yeah, we made it to Friday or whatever. I know that's really minor, but in this energy of what's being revisited, it's bumping things up so that we're not so focused on the practical, so that we're not so focused on like the quantification of things, but it's the quality, the hope, the faith, the feeling, the stars in your eyes, but grounded and realistic. You're already grounded and realistic as it is. So what's next, out of everything that you've managed to accomplish for yourself, and in terms of what you're working on to continue to maintain and sustain your stability, what's going to give that extra oomph where you can feel the sparkles coming back, into your life, into your reality, into your day? You're already doing really well. Now we want to just kind of look up and see what's out there, and not just like, okay, what's in my hands, but look up and see what's out there is what I'm getting when we see this star energy. I love it. All right, advice for a smooth full moon. Look, money. What did I say? 9 to 10. All right, Taurus, like rub some of that off on us, shall you? The 10 of Pentacles, look at these beautiful colors. So the advice here, advice, keep working towards your goals, applying it step by step, because you're well on your way here. You really, really are. And that's where it's saying, hey, you're doing pretty good for yourself, right? And I'm not saying don't worry about anyone else, but it's one of those things where before you can be there for anyone else, you really want to make sure that you are established, right? And so that's where this energy advice, it's like I said, share the wealth. They not just share, but celebrate your successes, honor your successes, recognize that this is something real that you can see, hold, and touch. All right. And so with this 10 of Pentacles, that again is saying, all right, if you're at a 9 out of 10 and you're feeling this great, this secure, what would be that 10 out of 10? What would that look like for you? All right. And why don't you just kind of open up to that? Call that in if you'd like. It feels like it's something that's just like you're literally lining up to step into that anyway. All right. And so I feel like it's saying, yes, share the good fortune. It's not saying give it away. All right, it's not saying give it. Do not give it away. It's not saying give it away. Share, share it. Share, even like I don't know why, but not necessarily your results, but maybe like okay, if it's like how you got to where you are. I don't know, there may be something motivational there for someone or others around you, or like if you're, if you got work where you have an audience, for example, that may be something that will benefit your audience and yourself, obviously. So let's see what sort of vacation, what sort of downtime your soul is craving. Yeah, like okay, so 9 is going to be a very important number. You're closing out cycles. You're getting ready to close out some cycles. Okay, you're having some realizations of the self. The 9 of Cups is the wishes and fulfillment. Okay, so it's enjoying. You want to enjoy the good that you have managed to co-create at this point, and go for it. Enjoy it. You've earned it. You've more than earned it, Taurus. Okay, so don't forget, I encourage you to check out your moon and rising signs, and if you fancy, even your Venus and North Node, to see what extra added insights might vibe. Maybe it doesn't, maybe it does. You can see. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. But visit us, girlonhermoon.com, for any other guidance or support you should need in the meantime. And keep in mind, we do offer live sessions now, so you can talk to us live and ask anything you want within that particular period of time. All right, so take care. Have a good one. Hello, Gemini. I hope this finds you well. Kapualani here with your girl and her moon, Scorpio full moon reading. Let's see what we see, Gemini. And, I'm hearing winds of change. We'll see what that means. We'll see what the cards say with that in mind. But I am hearing it again, winds of change. Winds of change. And I don't know, I'm hearing like changing your mind, opening the mind. Let's see. Your message from the universe, the Empress. Okay, so I'm hearing this is time to really take charge of your life and take ownership of your success. Take ownership of, I don't know why, but are you holding back, Gemini? Do you have like some really great ideas that you're not putting into effect? Like, I don't know why, but it's just like, if you aren't, do it. And if you have been putting them into effect, if you have been putting those ideas into motion, awesome. Okay, own it. Step into, like, when it comes to this Empress energy and stepping into this level of mastery, there is a degree of removing yourself from this mode of competition. The Empress doesn't compete. The Empress doesn't have competition. The Empress is her own competition. And, when I say her, it's not focused on gender. So, it's not male or female, but it's the masculine, feminine energy, okay? In terms of how you're working with this energy, okay? And so this is about really shining in your self-care. The Empress is about focusing on your home space. And I don't know why, but I feel like, the more that you can really reflect in your home space, like yourself, like how you feel and how you want to feel within the home, that's where you can make the most significant change right now. Okay, so let's see what this particular full moon is going to be bringing to your awareness. Okay, 6 of Pentacles. So it is about the give and the take, and in some ways, in terms of where you've been putting your efforts, you're now going to be seeing that return in your investment. You can finally start to enjoy like some growth and see something that's being produced from, again, your hard work, your efforts. Okay, so you've come a long way, and I heard the winds of change, right? The winds are changing. Yeah, so if you, especially, again, if you've been really working at it, going through some stuff, feels to be some stabilizing energies coming through. All right, so what are you going to be? And I saw 1919 on my timer as I was saying that. So check out 1919 for an angel number, see if there's some guidance that vibes. What are you going to be revisiting this full moon? 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, taking it slow and steady. We're still recovering. We're still feeling maybe a little bit traumatized from some setbacks. Could have been actual physical setbacks, like your physical body, physical health, not just not like only financially or specifically based in finances and money. There could have been shifts happening with relationships. I'm hearing relationships may have had some ups and downs or challenges that you've been working through, and now it's finally starting to balance again. It's starting to recover. You're feeling like things are redeeming themselves. Others are redeeming themselves. You're redeeming yourselves with others. So I feel like this energy, for you to be honest, Gemini, because the earth aspect of it, I feel, is something that you really need right now. You know, I don't know why. It's just what I feel from spirit, in my heart, in terms of what's going to really serve and benefit you most. And so it's being mindful to slow down and to pace yourself, and to remember that just because you're feeling good and like, hey, we're seeing some growth, like if this were fruit, hey, some berries are coming in on the vine. It's like, yeah, but let's not just like rip them all off. Let's like, you know, just be mindful, because we remember we're still getting back on our feet here. We're still like, might be a little raw, feeling a little bit vulnerable from those recent dings, even if, you know what I mean? Sometimes a recent ding that was like 6 months ago, a year ago, can feel like 5 years, but physically in your body's like, no, I don't think so, dude. I don't think so. You know what I mean? So just be mindful and loving with yourself in that regard. So let's get some advice for a smooth full moon. Yes. Four of Wands. I love this, love this, love this. A new perspective, a new beginning. You creatively are going to start to feel a lot more excited about your future, but your near future. Like the future that you can actually like do something about maybe in the next few days, you know, or the next week, not like, okay, someday, you know. So this energy of the Four of Wands is encouraging you to reach out. You know, if there's someone that you've been, that's like, I don't know why, because, you know, the Four of Wands, it does indicate new partnerships, it does indicate marriage, it does indicate, but it's not, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be in the romantic sense. And so my point is, if you have been vibing on some sort of, or you've been working towards some kind of a creative project or something along those lines, and you have someone in mind, I don't know why, it's just kind of like Spirit's like, put the feelers out there. You know, put the feelers out there, because what you have, it's worthwhile. Like, you know it, and not just that, but you have outside of that. All right, just to recenter on this Four of Wands energy. This is a space for you to experience a new beginning. So remember what I said about relationships here? You can go into your relationships with a new perspective. All right, and it, like, whether it's romantic, your family, you know, just friends, whatnot, this is a shared connection. You know what I mean? You and somebody else can see a bright new future together, or at least start off on like a new solid foothold in that kind of a way. All right, so these are positive energies toward reestablishing yourself. Okay, so let's see what sort of break, what sort of downtime your soul is craving. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, you want to just enjoy. I see you. I feel like, you know, you ever see those scenes where people like all this cash and money, they're like just like swimming in money on a bed, like money they're throwing it on in the air, and like just kind of like rubbing money all over themselves, and you're like woohoo, dancing with the money, sleeping with money, or whatever, like going to bed. I don't mean it. Oh my gosh, get your head out of that. You know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, being in luxury. What sort of downtime is your soul craving? You want to enjoy your finance. I mean, honestly, the wealth that you've managed to attain, the good that you've managed to attract. You know what I mean? You want to get that attention. That you want to feel good. You want to receive that attention. You want that feedback from the external, from others, that you're doing a good job. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's kind of like, I'm hearing Spirit say the best way for you to feel that way or to get what you want is to put yourself out there, to put your projects out there. Don't hide the things that you've been working on. And maybe that has something to do with that money, is maybe there's something you have, an idea, something you've been working on that's like a money project or something. And Spirit's saying like, put it out there, work, like just not work toward it, because I feel like you're already on that way. It's just, I think it's more about, again, acknowledging that you've come this far and that you're in a good position and that you're not in as maybe of a rough space as you were at one point. All right, so take that, as it resonates, let the rest sort of just fall by the wayside, of course, Gemini. And don't forget to check out your moon, rising signs, and if it vibes with you, your Venus and North Node as well for some added insights. Visit astrologyreading.com, schedule a session of your own. We're here for you. And keep in mind, we do offer live sessions as well if that's something you should be interested in. Have a live conversation, because that's always fun. So take care, have a good one. Until next time. Hey Cancer, Kapualani here. Got your girl and her moon, Scorpio. Full moon reading right away. 7 of Swords. Even though that card, the word that is associated with that 7 of Swords is deception. And look at this. 8 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands. Okay, so definitely you may not be seeing things clearly, or you may be focusing on, or I feel like it's more about hyper focusing when it's going to serve you best to open up your perspective, to see the opportunities in like just right around you in the here and now. Okay, that's like the biggest thing that I'm getting for you, Cancer. All right, your message from the universe, the Emperor. Okay, law and order. Okay. I want to say, I don't know why, but I'm hearing time management. I'm hearing patience. I'm hearing, this is going to be a time for you to be very practical. And I don't know why, but I'm hearing like reassure yourself. Like right now, you don't owe anyone answers as the Emperor. The Emperor can take as much time as the Emperor wants to get back to whomever. All right, so this is your time to, I don't know why, but I'm hearing like be practical, be authoritative in your energy, stand in that masculine energy of like you're the one who says like when we stop, when we go, and not from this like dictatorship energy. This is your own form of self-discipline. This is you taking charge and taking command of your emotions, your life, responsibility for things. And I say your emotions because the Emperor like doesn't show emotion. You know what I mean? I'm not saying to not have any, but it's about the public perspective for some reason is what I'm getting. And you don't necessarily have to be like a public persona. I just mean like anyone outside of you. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, even if your perception of public, you're like, no, you don't understand. Like I don't go anywhere, I don't do anything. I stay at home, I work from home, I don't talk to anyone. So for you, your public might just be like if you have a family member. Like it might be your cat. Like you're not that serious. But my point is, there's something about number one. I'm here. It's like take yourself and the things that you want in your life seriously. Not that you aren't, but it's about looking at it from a very strategic and methodical standpoint. Okay, there's something about being strategic here that's going to be very helpful for you. What's this full moon going to be bringing to your awareness? 3 of Cups. It's going to help you to understand who's really on your side. It's going to help you also to lighten up and see that you're in a much better position in your life, in your career, and you have a way more power over your reality than maybe you're giving yourself credit for, than maybe you're recognizing. And so this 3 of Cups, just as that Emperor can be very stoic, serious, and heavy at times, if you're feeling heavy, if you're feeling stoic, if you're feeling like detached and removed and like it's hard to connect to your emotions because you just have to kind of like stay focused, then this is going to tell you, obviously, remind you to soften up and lean on again, those friends, those close friends. Remember I said the public persona? Lean on those friends that really get you and that you can really feel comfortable and soften up around, okay? Like, yes, you may need to sort of present in sort of a way, or you may be feeling like you're presenting yourself in that sort of a way. That's where Spirit's reminding you to take a, like, lean back and soften a bit. So what are you revisiting? 8 of Swords. Yeah, so there might be some things, and maybe that's why it's bringing out your Emperor nature. You don't really know what to think. You're doing your best to let things unfold. You're not going to jump to conclusions, because the Emperor has life, wisdom, and experience and knows better. The Emperor is not just going to bounce because, you know, it's like, oh, I see some smoke. Oh, there's a fire. You know what I mean? Like, okay, maybe, but like, that's not my problem. I'll send someone to go and deal with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So part of it is this energy of self-control. But just because you have to be self-control and disciplined doesn't mean that you can't, like, have fun and enjoy your life. I feel like that's part of it. There's certain areas where it might be a little confounding for you right now. It might be a little bit frustrating because you can't do anything about it, but that doesn't mean you can't do anything at all. Okay? So let's get some advice. That being said, 6 of Cups, yep. Surround yourself by the people, places, experiences that nurture you. Okay, you may be waiting for something. You might be very much intent on a timeline of something or someone coming through, or until you can do something, until, like, you have to be patient until you can do the next step. But again, it doesn't mean you can't do anything. It doesn't mean you need to sit there and dry yourself out. You are a Cancer energy, the crab energy, please. You know, even if it's like listening to one of those little tabletop waterfalls, those water fountains. I feel like being around some water energy, like flowing water, would be soothing for you to help any feelings of stuckness or rigidity. Oh yeah, my nose is like, something's going on with my nose. It's like, yeah, we're hitting it on the nose here for you, Cancer, because there's something that needs to be expressed, I feel, or at least some sort of a relief, emotional relief. It's not like you're all depressed or anything, but I feel like it's just, this Emperor energy can be very drying out. Like, you know, if that makes sense. Like, just like being so like, all right, I'm here, you know. And for you, like the crab was like, all right, we can chill, but like, my eggs are killing me. I gotta go. Like, you know what I mean? So what sort of break, what sort of vacation is your soul craving? Yeah, look, 5 of Cups. Don't wait up. Don't wait up. Take care of yourself. What you need will get worked out. And don't worry, just because, you know, how should I put it? With the 5 of Cups, it's that reminder that, listen, I'm sorry. I know that things aren't going the way that you want it to right now, but that doesn't mean it won't get better. It doesn't mean that you can't still have happiness, or you can't, you know, get what you want. It's, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things where Spirit's encouraging you to do your best to, you know, I don't like, not to use this phrase necessarily, but it's like licking your wounds, and hence why I feel there is a significance in connecting with, you know, a friend or two that your inner child can really just feel safe with, and be like, you know, I'm really bummed. Like, you know, I know that everything's gonna be okay. And I know you, Cancer, that's how you are. You're like, even though it's like the feeling and the water, Cancers are like, can be very like mental, you know, in terms of like the thinking and the analyzing and things like that, being critical with the details, little details. And that's where it's like, you know, like I'm saying, maybe you just need to have a little bit of a catharsis and say, man, I'm so bummed out. Like, I know it's gonna be okay, and I know that but this really like kind of ruined my day a little bit, and it just sucks. It's okay to have like, to feel that way. You know what I mean? Part of what this is saying is, it's like, don't hold it in, and let's also not kind of like marinate on it for too long either. Let's like just address it by, you know, if you need to get it out, and then, you know, we're gonna do what we can to mindfully, lovingly turn that around, to clear that up. Like, often with the 5 of Cups, those 3 cups tilted over, we want to clean up the spilled, you know, beverage, before we just kind of, all right, let's just enjoy those next 2 cups. Like, yeah, those are spilled, but it's fine. No, we want to acknowledge it, not glaze it over. Okay, so Cancer, check out your moon and rising signs for some added insight and guidance, maybe even your Venus, your North Node, you never know. And visit usgirlinthemoon.com to schedule your own personal reading, because we are here for you, and we are here for you live as well if you want to have a live conversation. So have a good one. All right, hang in there. Hello, Leo. Leo, what's going on? Kapualani here. I got your girl in her moon, Scorpio full moon reading. And I did say full and not fool, although they almost sound the same. So Scorpio, I don't know why. A Scorpio full moon. Not, okay, Leo. I was hearing like you're on fire or something like that. Or something on fire. You're on fire. Maybe you want to be on fire. I don't know. All right, what's coming up for you, Leo? This Scorpio full moon. I had to peek. Judgment. Yeah, you're going to be rising above. You are rising above. You're going to be seeing kind of like a reboot of your energy. If especially you've been feeling kind of funky, stagnated, weird, or I'm hearing even like angsty, if it's just been annoying, if something's like just been not sitting right, you're going to get that clarity. It's going to become clear, even if it's that you find out, oh, it was really nothing, I'm just being hormonal. Like, you know what I mean? So Leo, what's your message from the universe? Okay, Daughter of Pentacles. I like this for you in that there's this like playful energy. I like that we've got that Pentacles, because it's something you can really sink your teeth into but not have to take so seriously. So this is encouraging you to have a bit of fun, to get out, to try like some new things. Like, I don't know why, but I'm feeling this very like playful, hands-on kind of energy and getting very tactile. Maybe there's some new area of interest, like a new hobby that could potentially, you know, like morph into a career path. It doesn't have to be that. We're not trying to jump there so far right now, but this is very promising in that I feel like you might have been waiting for something new and substantial, like, cause I get the claws, you can really just, like, I just get this feeling that you've just been waiting for something with a bit more grit, a bit more substance. And again, it's something you can sink your teeth into. I don't know why, but it's like taking a bite out of life, but not having to show up and be so serious. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be this feeling of having fun. You're encouraged to have fun and to be less like, I'm hearing like contemplative about the consequences. It doesn't mean like no consequences. It just means don't be so hard on yourself. Okay, my nose is getting at me. I sneezed on that. So spirit's like definitely like, yeah, definitely Leo. Okay, we're on to something there. What will this particular full moon be bringing to your awareness? Temperance. Yeah, it's the give and the take. It's really this integration of things. It's being malleable. It's as you're going out there and having these experiences, trying these new things, you want to ask yourself, how does this make me feel? How is this affecting me? Like, you know, if you had this idea where like, ooh, yeah, I want to go and check out this new spot. You go there, whatever, you know, don't just go through it and like, okay, like, I don't know. The only thing that comes to mind is how you have like a tourist experience. Like, you really want to give yourself a fair shake and experience. You know what I mean? Not just like go through it. So this energy of temperance, in terms of what, you know, this full moon is bringing into your awareness is, yeah. Don't just blast through things. Don't just blast through something. Take your time with it. Okay, I'm not saying to like linger into something forever. You don't have to let it linger. And like, definitely, if you've been, you know that song Linger, if you've been like in that linger mode, it's time to like shift to get out of that, okay? Because it's like a little bit like, oh, heavy. Sorry. I hope you're feeling me and you get where I'm going with that, and you're not just totally lost. Like Kapualani has completely lost it. You know, that's okay. What do you need to revisit? Mother of Swords. All right. Yes, I'm getting the message. Kapualani's getting the message. So the seriousness, we gotta find that balance. Again, we're not just wanting to plow through something. We're not just wanting to Like, for example, I don't know, I think of a child when you get a dessert, you know, like a cupcake or something, you just kind of go crazy with it. That's where temperance says, hey, look how beautiful the cupcake is, and like what it smells like, and look at, like, feel the textures as you're biting into it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the Mother of Swords energy that I get, is the assessment aspect, and one, not being too overly critical. And at the same time, as it with the temperance, we're also like not just going to be not critical at all. You know what I mean? So I don't sorry about that. I'm thinking of this energy in terms of boundaries, okay, with the Mother of Swords, and this energy of how we detach from our emotions. And so we want to make sure that we're giving ourselves a fair shake, right? Because there's a way and a time and a place and a how we detach emotionally, so that we're not being so sharp, right? And remembering that having that critical eye, or even you know, being analytical while we are going through the experience, it's helpful, it's necessary, because we're gathering information. You're not just like going out and having fun, like I said, plowing through it, but there's something there, because there's possibility of making money involved. This is something to where you really want to also assess, like, and be like, okay, this is like on a very logical, matter of fact kind of level. All right, so let's get some advice. Yeah, Son of Cups, follow your heart, not just follow your heart. When you're picking up on things, when you're going out and taking that action toward the things that you feel like, ooh, yeah, that's the thing, that, you know what I'm saying, like following your empathic, intuitive vibes, there's again this energy of, what's the word, being inquisitive, you know? So it's take the action. You don't need to feel like you need to hold back on hesitating, right? Go with the flow. Be expressive. That's what's going to benefit you. Being expressive, following your heart, not worrying or thinking so much about what others are doing, because the night's not going to hold it back, right? We're going to be mindful. We don't want to be completely erratic and crazy. But it's also following the flow of that emotion, you know, like I said, not so critical, not so held back, not so like comparing and contrasting of information. Okay, so what sort of break, what sort of downtime is your soul craving? Four of Pentacles, stability, consistency. You know, you're a fixed fire sign, you're a fixed sign. So this Four of Pentacles, that foundation where you got some sort of, again, healthy form of routine. Okay, we want to take a look at your habits and patterns, your day-to-day, just on a basic level. Do you have a healthy routine? Do you even have a routine at all? There is a routine. People have a routine, whether you realize it or not, even if your routine is that it's totally chaotic. You know what I mean? And so outside of that, there's an energy of getting grounded. There's an energy of being consistent. There's an energy of finding your foothold where you are, okay? Find your foothold with where you are. Allow yourself to explore, allow yourself to express, and allow yourself to dive in a little bit deeper than just that surface experience, right? We're going to find that balance, because it feels like you're in a space where you are working to reestablish certain foundations, like practicality, you know, in your life, your practical life, and the way that you go about things in your day-to-day. All right, so Leo, don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs, and also your Venus and North Node, just if those speak to you, if that calls to you, and visit our website, girlandhermoon.com, to book your personal session. We're here for you, and keep in mind we also offer live readings, so if that's something that you should be interested in, of course, we'd be more than happy to assist. So take care, have a good one, till next time. Hey Virgo, Kapualani here with your Girl and Her Moon Scorpio full moon reading. Let's see what we see, Virgo. All right, Father of Cups, be brave is the first thing that I'm hearing. With this Father of Cups energy, I also feel like, I don't know why, but it's like, don't be fake. And I'm not saying that you are fake. I just mean, sometimes we do need to fake it till we make it, right? And that's the benefit of the King of Cups, the Father of Cups, is that that person is very convincing, you know, and the emotions and all that kind of stuff can make, you know, if they're freaked out on the inside, they can make things look totally effortless and smooth and easy. And sometimes, like, yeah, I get that it's not a bad thing, because sometimes we need that confidence, or we need to put on that confidence to get something done, right? But beneath that and aside from that are the heavier emotions and things that we got to deal with. Okay, so that's part of the deeper message that I'm getting for you, Virgo, is, you know, while you maybe are brave, maybe you are being brave, maybe you're hiding some things, you know, and you don't have to. Okay, so let's see what you might be needing to hear from the universe. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, so let's be practical. Let's slow down and take a look at what we're working on before we try to add anything else onto our plates here. With the Seven of Pentacles, I am hearing spirits like saying that it's like you're being, actually, believe it or not, you're being congratulated for your efforts. This is a perfect time for you to take inventory of your steps. Perfect time for you to be assessing how far you've come along in terms of your goals and things, all right? This is a perfect time to get caught up if you haven't, to organize yourself, organize your things, organize your plans, all right? You're 7 out of 10 steps the way there in terms of your accomplishments, whatever it is that you're trying to establish for yourself. And so in this sense, you're being encouraged. And it's like, I think about the traditional Rider-Waite version of the Seven of Pentacles with the garden and the individual who is just, you know, looking over the garden and leaning on the, I think it's the rake or the hoe or something like that. And there's an evaluation of things that's taking place, you know, and saying, wow, like, yes, look how my garden is growing. You know, if the Six of Pentacles is that, yes, I can finally feel good and see a return on my investments, and the Seven of Pentacles is like, hey, those investments really are coming in, so let me start to get things moved into position. Let me start to see what's really working. Like when I expose this part of the yard to this much light, or when I, you know what I mean, whatever the case, give this kind of soil food or plant food, you know, it really thrives. So it's about really, you know, looking logically at your actual results and saying, okay, where can I improve? And where do I need to put less effort, less focus? Because it's just, things are thriving on their own. Okay, so what's this form we're going to bring into your awareness? Yeah, 9 of Wands. We're taking a moment to stop, to take a breather. You might be feeling pretty tired, to be honest, or just like, I don't know, I feel like the image of I'm seeing the image of that individual, again, the traditional 9 of Wands with their head that's bandaged. And I don't know if you've actually had a bump to the head even recently, but please do take it easy if something like that has happened, or if there's something that sort of like took you, like where it feels like it was like a bump to the head. I don't know if one of you, okay, please, if you are a Virgo and you're watching this and you literally bumped your head, please make sure that you get yourself checked out. I don't know why, like, or if you're someone who maybe it was like years and years ago, if you took a blow, I don't know, like for like a concussion or something. I don't know why this is coming up, but this like spirit saying like, please go and take a look at it. Please, like, if this means nothing, fabulous, because I don't want anyone to have, you know what I mean, suffering. But this is a message that's coming through very specifically for someone. So that's where spirit's saying there may be some things. If you take a look, you've been taking inventory, and maybe you are recognizing how some of your actions from the past, or there's some things from the past, maybe there wasn't an actual physical like bump to the head, but some things that happened where it's like, wow, how many times do I need spirit to bump me on the head because it's fire? How many times does spirit need to bump me on the head before I figure that one out? That's another message that I'm getting big time. So what are you revisiting? Your pride, your ego. Your pride, your ego big time in terms of saying, hey, I've got it all figured out. But it's like, are you sure? You look kind of beat up, man. Like, you know what I mean? And so it's part of what this is also saying is there are people who support you. Like, I think I said this earlier, because like, right, didn't we see it with the Father of Cups that fell out, where I was like, you don't need to like be brave. Like, yes, there's a time for it, but like, you like underneath all of that, like, what do you do? Like, how do you deal with the feelings after the fact? You know what I'm trying to say? And that's where Spirit's saying, like, you know, be mindful of just trying to take too much on, or trying to be too like victorious about things on your own. And it's not that you can't like accomplish something on your own, but number one, be aware of your surroundings. Are you sure that you're surrounded by the right people, places, experiences that are supportive of your growth? Are you sure that they're giving you the right kinds of feedback, and they're not the people that are like maybe kind of beating you down, you know, energetically? Because fire is energy, you know. And the Six of Wands is also that individual on horseback with people surrounding them. And so that's part of it is like, recognize the support system, and are they really supportive, or are they not supportive? I'm not saying that they're not. I'm just saying to have an assessment, because we're taking inventory right now. All right, so advice for a smooth full moon, the Empress. Hey, all right. So this energy with the Empress that's showing up with advice for a smooth full moon is really encouraging you to look at, like, I don't know why, but I'm hearing this self-care, you know what I mean? It's like, see yourself as that Empress energy in terms of how are you like taking care of your wealth, your prosperity, you know, your health, that kind of thing. The Empress is about the home space and, you know, being provided for in a lot of ways, but being comfortably provided for, and being in a position to just draw and attract what you need. So it's about also recognizing, especially with this inventory energy, it's not that less is more, but it's that we're starting to shift. We're starting to take inventory so that we can assess and shift perhaps how we're continuing to progress here, how we're continuing onward. And so the advice is that Empress energy, okay? You gotta see how, I don't know why, but it's like how much better off you are standing on your own. It's not that you don't need anybody. Like, this is a really weird way that the message is coming through. But it's, I keep hearing it again, like, yeah, it is. Maybe it is that less is more. Maybe it is that less is more, because you are the thing. So you don't have to try any harder. You don't have to push. You are becoming, right? See how you are becoming that future version of yourself that you're wanting to be, or see how you have already become that version of yourself, that success, all right? All right, let's see what sort of vacation your soul is craving. Temperance, yeah, yep. This is the time to slow down and start to really vibe into how far you've come. This Temperance energy, it's okay. I'm hearing changes for some reason. Temperance with this energy, there's integration. Okay. I don't know. The message I'm getting is slow down and take an assessment. After you've done things, after you've put in the work, after you've made the effort, after you've taken the steps and whatnot, now we gotta slow down and let the work, let the actions come back, let it feed back, not just keep putting out and putting out, putting out, putting out. You want to let things come back and return to you. It's like kneading dough. We don't want to overdo it. We don't want to underdo it. So you want to be mindful with your progress and be mindful with your rhythm, the rhythm in life. I don't know why, but there's a message here for something. The rhythm in life is going to get you through. I don't know. So there's something also with listening to music or things that are going to help you to feel much more in flow with your creative energy, but in a way where it's like conducive to shifting into this energy. That's all I can say. So I hope that makes sense. I hope it vibes. Check out your moon, your rising signs, and even give your Venus and North Node a looky-loo if that makes sense, if that resonates. You know where to find us, girlandhermoon.com, for any other guidance or support you should need in the meantime. And, you know, we have those live readings that we're offering now, if that's something that should interest you. But otherwise, be blessed and have a good one, Virgo. Till next time. Hey Libra, Kapualani here with your girl and her moon, Scorpio full moon reading. Let's tune in and see what we see for you this full moon, Libra. Okay, your message from the universe, Libra. Wheel of Fortune, get ready for things to turn around. I don't know why, but I'm getting like, things may be feeling, or they may feel a little topsy-turvy for a moment, but if you step back, don't get under it, don't get in it, step back and observe, Libra. That's going to be the biggest thing, because you're all about the scales of balance. So when things are kind of like in a tizzy, or spinning, spiraling, your best bet is to remove yourself and observe. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune is a beautiful card showing up here for you, in that where you may have had some downward spirals, just be prepared for things to start to spiral back upward. Okay, that's not to say if things have been spiraling upward, they're going to spiral down and get worse. They'll get bad. No, it means that if you've been in a mode where things have been progressing and moving forward, just allow for things to slow down a bit so you can have some breathing room and just get ready for things to shift again. That's all. All right. What is this full moon going to be bringing to your awareness? Son of Pentacles. So this full moon is going to get you grounded. All right. With this particular energy of the Son of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like there's this reminder, not just of pacing yourself, but to enjoy. Thank you, Spirit. Excuse me, let me correct myself. Don't lose sight of the forest for the trees. So while, details matter, what I'm trying to get out with for you, Libra, with the scales, sometimes it's like you can do gas and brakes and there's no middle ground. That's where the Son of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles is saying, pace yourself. Like, let's find like a nice balance. With the Knight of Pentacles, this individual, if you look at the traditional Rider-Waite, the knight on horseback is standing still, looking ahead, looking out and assessing the path before him. Whereas in this one, we've got this buck, and so there's this energy, I don't know why, but I'm getting of intrigue, being very interested in what it is that you're looking at. But don't get, again, too engulfed in the details that you lose sight of the bigger picture. Remember what I said earlier with this Wheel of Fortune? You're taking time to step back, look at things from a wide angle perspective. What are you going to be revisiting potentially? Not getting stuck in the mind, okay? With this Eight of Swords, there's an energy of metamorphosis at hand, okay? That you are in a position where it's not about your thoughts, and it's not about like thinking your way out of a situation. It's just going with your gut. It's tuning into your feeling, trusting and knowing that as this Eight of Swords does represent with the chrysalis, metamorphosis, it's something that's happening more internally. Okay, it's not something, again, that you can think your way out of. This is something to where there's something that's in transition, something in transformation. You might be in a position where Spirit's asking you or telling you, okay, if you want something to move forward here, it's up to you. You have to take those first steps. It's up to you. You need to get out of your head, out of whatever is keeping you stuck mentally, and just realize you are not actually physically tied down to anything or anyone, anywhere. I mean, technically speaking, I don't know what your life is, okay? So my point is, outside from the obvious, try not to get trapped in your head, okay? Advice for a smooth full moon, that being said, yeah, Three of Swords, get out of your mind, get into your heart. Where can you start to really apply yourself in a way that just makes sense? Three energy is past, present, and future. So there's some things that are starting to come to a head, is what I'm hearing, in terms of you addressing what your true wants and needs are for some reason, like you making amends with not just, okay, where you are, but realizing, and see, it's like take the blindfolds off. Take the blindfolds off. Don't be afraid to see what's there so that you can properly undo or unweave the reality that you managed to create. I don't mean that as a negative, but there's something here to where I feel like you're feeling bound up, you're feeling disempowered, you know, like you're in terms of like what to do physically, right? It's like we don't know what to do. And so as an advice for this Three of Swords, like I said, just make sense of it. Make it make sense. That's all. Just make it make sense. Try not to get too tied up between the heart and the mind and the balance of the scales. Like it, just make it make sense. One step at a time. Remember, it doesn't have to be like all or nothing here, okay? What sort of vacation is your soul craving? Two of Pentacles. There's a balance. Integration. You know, you can tell, you can see that maybe there are two highly desirable possibilities. And for whatever reason, you know, you're thinking that they're not mutually exclusive. Whatever it is that you're looking at, whatever it is that you're thinking about, again, and even look at this from the chrysalis, the cocoon, into the butterfly moth. So it's saying to expand, spread your wings, share for some reason where it makes sense to share, like sharing your thoughts, getting things off of your chest, and taking, I don't know, it's like forward steps, move. It's not that, I don't know, I mean to say, because I feel the movement that's here. So it's like the all it takes is that first step. Like you've got the one pentacle, but it's like, what are you going to do with it? And then we got the second one. So it's part of this is finding your balance through the chain. Thank you, Spirit. Finding your balance when things are in flux. Trusting and understanding. Remember I said it's not all or nothing. You have to work the two together, right? So we're finding balance in your physical reality, finding common ground with, I feel like it has to do with, you know, directions in life or decisions in life that may have seemed like they're going in opposite directions, but finding a way to integrate, all right? So Libra, check out your moon and rising signs for some added insight, added guidance, and maybe even take a peek at your Venus and North Node signs. See how that vibes with you. But you know what to do, where to go, girlandhermoon.com for any other guidance or support you should need in the meantime. And just remember, we are offering live readings. So if that's something you should be interested in, we are here for you. All right, so have a good one. Stay blessed, Libra. What's up, Scorpio? Kapualani here with your girl and her moon Scorpio full moon reading. So it is your full moon time, Scorpio. Let's see what we see. Okay, let's get your message from the universe, shall we? What do you need to hear? The Fool. Okay, you're ready to just honestly be the fool. You're ready to, I feel like maybe things have been heavy, maybe they were heavy, but you're ready to just like slough it off and to let go and open up to a new cycle, open up to a new day, open up to a new vibration, open up to a feeling, open up to just like a new life experience, if that's the case. You really just want to, and you know, like this sweet duckling chick energy, that softness of life, I feel is what you're wanting, the coziness and the cuddliness. If things especially have felt a little bit just abrasive or unwelcoming for whatever reason is what I'm getting, you're ready to just kind of have things be in a lighthearted space of effortlessness and ease again. So let's see what this full moon's bringing to your awareness. Yeah, there's those new beginnings, solid new beginnings, in fact, potential opportunities. Maybe you already had an opportunity presented to you, and now this is that space where you get to sort of just kick things off without having to like think so much about anything, really. I think really it's just the past and the things that were weighing you down, to be honest. I feel like with this I'm thinking of five with the points, 2, 3, 4, 5, with the directions. This Ace of Pentacles, woo, something coming up with that 5 energy for you, maybe, if it's significant. But going back to this Ace of Pentacles and this Fool energy, things coming full circle, and you being in a position again to either initiate, like to plant a new seed and something that you're thinking about. If you've already planted that seed, continuing to take the steps forward, with nurturing and growing and developing that seed, whatever it is. Okay. And maybe the other thing is, because there's new life you haven't noticed, or you will be noticing, you will be seeing, you will be accepting, you will be investing into something new, a new start, a new cycle. So as it's a physical, this could be anything with career, with finances. It could be a relationship, of course. But this is something that's really going to affect you on a foundational, like physical level, okay, materialistic level, potentially. All right, what you need to revisit this full moon, 8 of Wands. Okay, so the 8 of Wands is all about this energy of expediency, of taking action, of things lining up, falling into place step by step. Okay, so something, if this is a revisitation, I almost want to say, not so much retracing your steps, go back to the things, the people, places, energies that give you a sense of aliveness, that really help to, what's it called, like rev you up, get you going. I feel like this could have to do with listening to music, in terms of like how sometimes when you're in charge of your own thing, sometimes it's hard to kind of like channel or focus your energy. And so in this case, sometimes music is a good way to help you focus your energy. And I'm just getting that right now. With this 8 of Wands again. So paying attention to your, like the people that you're listening to, I don't know why, but it's like the things that you're listening to, it's also going to assist you, is what I'm getting for some reason. So let's see. Next advice for a smooth full moon. Father of Wands, there we go. Okay. So with the Father of Wands, we're opening up, not only is it like this, you've already opened up to the new cycle. With the Father of Wands, there's a level of self-discipline. There's a level of professionalism. Also, that I'm getting that you're going to be not just stepping into, it's how you perceive yourself and your goals at this point. Okay? So the Father of Wands, the King of Wands, is that visionary. Is like this King Cobra. Can see what others cannot see, can sense what's on the horizon, and has that energy of self-confidence. It's vibes, it's vibration that this being is picking up on. It's what's coming through on a sensory level, the life force energy that is really inspiring the king into action, but it's something that's much bigger than this Father of Wands, the King of Wands. Because this being is setting off on a pilgrimage. So this is something to where, like, you're going to be in a position, I feel like Spirit wants you to be very attentive to the opportunities that are heading your way, because you have a number of opportunities that have already lined up. And so Spirit's just wanting you to prepare and to keep going, keep moving forward, keep expanding on your vision, keep taking those steps. You are in command of your life, so don't hesitate to take charge, to really own it, all right? What sort of vacation are you so craving? Justice, balance, alignment, restoration. You don't want to have to lift a finger in order for, like, what you want, like the things that how shall I put this? You're ready to start to see things heading your way. I mean, that's like the best way that I can put the energy that I'm present to right now. And I don't want to sound so like basic, but I'm hearing like, yeah, maybe there is a part of you, maybe with something in your situation, maybe you are seeking justice, maybe you are seeking some kind of fairness or fair treatment, or you do want to see some kind of, like, for the hard work and effort that you put in, you would like to see that payback. You would like to see the scales balancing themselves. This is a situation where you're being encouraged to just take, I don't know, where it makes sense, take the load off, and on the other hand, I also get give whatever is not, like, whatever you don't have control over, whatever is not within your hands to deal with, give it up to fate, give it up to the divine, give it up to your higher power to balance everything out. All right. So anything else coming through for Scorpio? I'm saying for Scorpio full moon. Yeah, it really is about not just like, okay, it's not about not so much as leaving the past behind. I feel something, honestly. This is like, there's something to do with, I don't know why, but I'm hearing like a fair treatment or something. Like, I don't know if you've sacrificed like in the past for like you've made your sacrifices for family or friends or whatever the case may be, and it's kind of like now you get to have your fresh start. It's something like that where you want to get your fresh start, and it's like, listen, I've been there for everybody, now I want to be there for me, so like leave me alone. Like, not in a negative way, but in a way where it's like literally you're like, no, I really just want to like do what I want to do now. Like, I've given, I've done, and now it's my time. So that's like the biggest message that I'm getting for you, Scorpio. Check out your moon and rising signs, and take a peek also at your Venus and your North Node. Just get some extra in-depth guidance, kind of like a whole rounded reading, if you ask me. And visit usgirlinthemoon.com to book your own personal session. And remember, we also offer live readings now. So if you'd like to speak with us live, you can ask whatever you'd like within that 45-minute time frame, and we're here for you. All right, so have a good one. Take care. What is up, Sagittarius? Kapualani here. We've got your girl and her moon, Scorpio full moon reading. Let's see what we see for you, Sag. What's coming up? Do you mind if I call you Sag? I know, it sounds so like, I don't know. I was gonna say lazy, but this magician's having fun. I mean, I feel like Spirit's like, not that the other bunch of cards that fell out were not irrelevant, but that magician card was kind of really wanting to give some love. So I feel like this is an energy where Spirit's saying like, take, your future is in your hands, and you're in a place to really manifest and to change your reality, to alter your reality more than anything right now, okay, with this full moon energy. So let's see. Your message from the Scorpio full moon, Sagittarius, the Empress. This Empress energy, okay. If you've got some rising signs, some moon signs, some other signs, like you've got some other signs going on, you might see this Empress energy popping up. So this Empress energy coming through right now for you, Sagittarius, I'm hearing and feeling a focus on the home space, the home environment, making your life, your surroundings, and being mindful of even your relationships, and saying, with where you're at in your life, with what you've managed to accomplish, really reflect and see how you have stepped into this Empress role, this Empress vibration, where like literally when you look around your life, okay, maybe you're not like in the surroundings that you always dreamed of or whatever, but you have more control, more empowerment, more of a say-so. Like, okay, if I want to make something, I can, but if I want to order takeout, I can do that too. I mean, I don't want to sound basic, but it's about really looking at how leisurely your life is. Take a look at how you are in this position where, okay, are your bills paid? You got some extra money in the bank, blah, blah, blah. Or at least you're in that position where the flow is underway. Maybe things are bouncing out, but you know that it's coming in. So this Empress energy is telling you to really put yourself in that space of abundance. Put yourself in that space where you are abundant. Put yourself in that space where you recognize it, where you're taking ownership of the fact that you are prosperous, and it's not about a mind game, but it's about an attitude and a perspective, and what you're radiating, and also therefore what you're attracting, okay? Because the Empress reminds us that it's about it's the attraction, okay? That feminine energy, the sacred feminine, the goddess energy, manifests simply through being, through being who you are, you know? So keep that in mind, all right? What is this full moon bringing into your awareness? The Fool. So there might be, okay, some fertility happening. Some of you may have some things with conceiving, with pregnancy potentially. So just be mindful of your hormones is what I'm hearing. Hormones could be a thing right now. Doesn't matter, actually, honestly, if you're male or female, this could have something to do with hormones and fertility, both male and female, okay? So if you're with a partner, just be mindful of potential, this is what I'm getting. But otherwise, the new beginnings, you're in a place where you are so powerful in your co-creative energy that you just got new life popping off. So you're in a position of just creating, like you can create, like just, you know what I mean? You probably already did create something without even being aware of it. So hence the reason, hey, just get a little checkup, all right? Like, especially if, you know, you weren't really planning for anything like that. But what are you potentially revisiting? The Daughter of Wands, the Page of Wands. So again, a spark of life, new adventure, new direction. This is also surprises. This is also messages. And to be honest, this could be a trick. So, or trickery, and not in, you know, I don't really go into like the whole freaky mindset thing of like, whoa. But just in the way of, again, if it's something that you weren't necessarily planning on, there could be a new cycle, a new beginning, some sort of, like, even if I want to say what this also reminds me of are those families where like one person is like, no, I like our life is happy, we don't need any pets, we need to adopt any animal, like, you know what I mean, blah blah blah, and then they're surprised, they're like, oh look, we brought home like a whatever, puppy, dog, whatever, and they're like, oh my gosh, you know what I mean? I don't know, it's something, it doesn't have to be that exact example obviously, but it's something to where like life might have a surprise or two around the corner, and I feel like it's not totally anticipated, but I do feel that on some level it might be something that you're wanting, all right? So advice for a smooth full moon: look at things from a new perspective. There's a potential for a new relationship, new partnership. There's this clarity that's coming through in terms of how you are assessing your future, your ability to imagine that you could, you know what I mean, a clear future. And it's not just that you're imagining it, but it's something that you're in the process of creating, of establishing, okay? So like, be open to some new perspectives, a new partnership dynamic, that kind of thing, all right? And what sort of vacation is your soul craving? Three of Wands, you're ready to see, those ships coming in. So often with the Three of Wands, that's kind of like the phrase that's coined with it. I'm hearing everybody saying it these days, which is true though, because it's said for a reason, okay? So this Three of Wands energy, those third eye visions, what you have been calling in, or at least seeing through your third eye, you're ready to just sit back and receive, okay? So whatever it is, there's something new, something potentially new coming into your reality. You may feel pretty content and set up as it is, and so whatever this like potential new addition, it's definitely going to be something that's going to brighten your day. It's something that is, at least what I see here, it's something that should be joyful. It should be unlocking and opening up your solar plexus energy. You're going to be feeling really good. You should be feeling really good about this energy, okay, Sagittarius? So don't forget to check out your rising sign, your moon sign, maybe even your Venus and North Node, to get a more well-rounded perspective for yourself, if that interests you. And visit us, of course, girlandandmoon.com, to book your own personal session. And keep in mind, we do have live readings now, so we're here for you to answer your questions live, all right? So take care. Have a good one. Hey Capricorn, Kapualani here with your girl and her moon Scorpio full moon reading. Let's see what we see for you, Capricorn. All right. Let's get your message from the universe. Capricorn. Woo! Transformation. Okay, so there's a few things. I feel like you might be hitting a bit of resistance. I feel like life is shifting and slowing down in certain ways and speeding up in certain ways, and it's like control is kind of like a thing for you. So right now I feel this energy of you having to find your foothold again, or find that flow frequency, because there are some areas that, I don't know, it feels like it might be a little bit uncomfortable for you, Capricorn, because it's kind of still burning off. You know, death card, it's like that Scorpio energy. So Scorpio full moon, this might be something that's really affecting you. That's really, I feel like it's going to be, there's an underbelly clearing that's happening and a foundational reset that's happening for you. All right, so there's definitely some, I'm hearing it again, underbelly stuff going on. Okay, what will this full moon be bringing into your awareness? The Father of Swords. Okay, so self-discipline and let me just kind of tune in here, because I'm getting this energy of like holding back, containing your feelings, being withholding and not sharing your feelings, self-discipline, needing to, like, I feel, remember I said this feeling of resistance, this feeling of like where I think it might be a little bit difficult for you, Capricorn, to feel comfortable with the changes that are taking place, because it's like, it's not that it's bad, but I just feel like I get this feeling, it has to do with control and you not really wanting to commit to feeling any particular way until you figure out what exactly is going on. And the thing is, like what's going on is that things are in flux. What's going on is that like things are changing, and it's still like things are still in this like transitional phase. And so like, not that it doesn't matter like what you, it's like not that it doesn't matter what you feel, but it's okay to just kind of like feel whatever. I don't know how to explain that, but it's one of these things where don't worry so much about navigating or controlling anything, because this is a situation when death shows up, it's like you kind of just have to surrender to it. You know what I mean? Kind of just like, all right, there's nothing I can do, just gotta go with this, or you know what I mean? Unless it definitely is that intention where you're like, yes, I want to close this out. I don't feel that though. I feel a slight resistance, because I feel like you've, like this is something that's happened and is happening. You know what I mean? So let's see what you need to revisit. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Again, surrender. Divine time order is at hand here. And so all you can do, and you know this though, you do know this, all you can do is hold the space and be mindful and be ready to apply yourself when the time comes. And so this Wheel of Fortune it's saying to hang in there, you know, keep watching, and not watching and waiting, but just going with it. It's almost like those obstacle courses or whatnot, where you like, you don't just plow through, but sometimes it is a timing where you just go. It's like, woohoo, you just made it through like all of those swinging things, like we just plow through. And so the Wheel of Fortune is saying to take a step back and allow fate to do the heavy lifting, allow fate to do the twisting and turning. Don't get caught up in it. All right. Advice for a smooth full moon. Okay, Three of Pentacles. Don't go at it alone. Okay, Three of Pentacles is about collaboration, collaborative efforts. Rather than trying to get to the top of the mountain, focus on establishing your foot base. You know, the foothills of a mountain. So let's get our team gathered and assessed type thing. Let's sort of create some, how should I put this? Because when you triangulate energies, it helps to create an anchor point. And so I feel like that's what it is. Create an anchor point for yourself before like getting all jazzed up about being on the top of the mountain. You know what I mean? Like you kind of gotta like be prepared and like figure out like, you know what I mean? I know when you're looking at a postcard, like yeah, of a mountain, you're like, oh, it's gonna be so exciting, and then you actually get there, like, you know what I mean? It's not just like, okay, yeah, we're just gonna do this. Like, no, we're gonna set up a base camp and like blah blah blah. We're not talking just like an easy, 3-mile hike here. Like, you know what I mean? This is like a long, something that you're wanting to develop over time. This is something that's substantial. It's going to benefit you in the future. So you want to make sure, okay, that you honor like just the natural order and timing of things right now. And don't get too worried. I'm hearing it again. They're like, don't get so jazzed up and worried about like needing to get somewhere. It's like this whole need for speed thing. You gotta like chill out. All right, you gotta like just chill the hell out. All right. So, and sorry for the HE double hockey sticks, but you get me. So, what kind of vacation is your soul craving? Yeah, what did I say? Chill out. Get out of your head. Who are you competing with? Seriously. Okay, Capricorn, you gotta like chill out. Whatever you're worrying about, whatever you're stressed about, whatever you're anxious about, whoever you're competing with, whatever that mental conflict is, you need to, I'm just saying, it's like someone, spirit, an ancestor is coming through hardcore saying, chill out. You need to breathe. You need to not be so crazy hard on yourself or critical of others, all right? Everybody's got their own stuff going on. Like, we need to just be mindful that it's not what you say, but how you say it, not what you do, but how you do it. And don't get psyched out. Don't get freaked out about something. Don't get intimidated about someone before you've even given things a shot, before you've given the person a chance. All right? Collaborate. Get real. Get hands-on. Don't get stuck in the mind stuff. All right? So, Capricorn, check out your rising sign, your moon sign, your Venus sign, your North Node sign. I know you like to look at all the different signs as it vibes with you. And visit usgirlonhermoon.com to schedule your own personal session, of course. And just as a reminder, we do offer live readings, so you can talk to us live and ask your questions, however many questions you have, of course, within that time frame. So have a good one. Take care. Till next time. Hey Aquarius, what's up? Kapualani here with your girl and her moon Scorpio full moon reading. Okay, let's see your message for the Scorpio full moon Aquarius. What do you need to hear from the universe, Aquarius, Mother of Pentacles? I'm hearing, okay, future plans, preparing for the future, looking at, okay, the future. So the universe is acknowledging, I don't know why, but I'm, like, they're going with this, like your business acumen and how much you have managed to accomplish for yourself, financially on a materialistic goal level even, okay? So there's this acknowledgement from the universe, from spirit, that right now is actually a really good time for you to not just like, okay, this assessment, but to acknowledge yourself, acknowledge your own accomplishments, to feel good about how far you've come, and what you've gained and what you've managed to build for yourself. You're in a position where you can really start to look at your future with a greater sense of relief, even knowing that there is actual security, that you've managed to create a substantial form of security for yourself, all right? What will this woman be bringing to your awareness? Yeah, the Six of Wands, a reason for you to feel proud of yourself. A reason for you to pat yourself on the back, a reason for you to maybe boast a little bit about your good news and, your efforts. This is a time to feel that confidence, that sense of accomplishment, all right? The Six of Wands is all about victory and success. And so that's part of it, okay? And part of it, remember what I said, when you acknowledge it, when you're aware of it. Because, you know, sometimes it's like when you're just go, 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 like you need time to like appreciate and like relax, live your life, you know? Like understand why you did the things that you did. And so that energy here, Six of Wands, be proud of yourself. You know, be with and surround yourself by those friends, family, loved ones who are cheering you on, who've been cheering you on, and recognize that. Recognize that there are people who have your back. There are people who support you, you know, that you support. Like there's this symbiotic energy, and you know, the sixth energy is about relationships. So there's this balance that's happening, and even in this energy, so it might even be an exchange or some kind of a connection between you and a parent, or you and a child, or you know, your child, your parent, that sort of thing. Whereas there's this exchange of energy, you know what I mean? You can be proud of your parent can be proud of you, you can be proud of your child. Something here with the future that you're creating that you can be proud of, and that the people who love you can be proud of as well. All right, so what are you going to be potentially revisiting? Eight of Pentacles. So continuing to work at it, and not to sound silly, but I'm hearing like whistle while you work a little bit, you know. With the Eight of Pentacles, this is a mode to feel accomplished, and also like, all right, I still have work to do. So, which makes sense. Tune in here. Oh yes, even when you have managed to create strong stability and a life for yourself, and even, you know, another, still we have to live, still work needs to be done. There's things, okay, I feel like Spirit's encouraging you to go back to not just your goals, but now that you've come so far, this is a time to reassess and manage maybe your budget, manage how you're spending your money, where you're putting your money, that kind of thing. Because when we see the Eight of Pentacles, one, it's this reminder that we have to keep working at our goals. Now is not the time to rest on our laurels. Now is not the time to stop. Second, it's, you know, it's not what we do, but how we do it. So this is a refining of things. You know, you don't have to, like, when we're putting in a certain amount of effort, when we are, for example, you've learned some things, you've grown, you've developed, and so there's a different level of efficiency, you know, there's a different level of expediency, and that's part of what Spirit's telling you. Is like when you look back at your work, even the quality of work, at how long it took you to get something done in the past, how long it took you to, you know what I mean? That's what Spirit's wanting you to also acknowledge, okay? That you have made a lot of improvements. And yeah, that there's still more to be done. That's something that's exciting, you know, because we're not stagnating here is the thing, right? So let's get some advice for a smooth full moon. 8 and 8. I knew there was going to be another 8. I could just feel it. So 8 of Wands, revitalization. So the Wands here, your life force energy, what is driving you, what's motivating and inspiring you into, like, why are you doing what you're doing? Remember, it showed up. I think I said that earlier, you know, for you to kind of understand why you're doing what you're doing. And so this 8 of Wands, advice for a smooth full moon, where you're in the position to just go, 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 to like just like see something pop off. That's where I'm like, just pop it off, pop off. I don't know why they're like, just pop off, you know. The 8 of, again, even also, it's who you're surrounding yourself by. So make sure that the people, places, experiences that you are engaging, that they're fueling you, that they're providing you with energy, and they're not draining you or taking from you. And I'm not seeing that necessarily. I'm not seeing that you're drained, but it's just that reminder, okay? And it's also, I feel like, because this may mean also that you're gonna have more creative energy. You may be in a position to where the opportunities that are showing up, you won't want to hesitate. You're going to want to strike, you know? So, and I feel like It's just like pop off, like just pop it off, you know. So that's another thing that I'm getting is just like if you see something or if you're in a mode, a channel where it's just like, all right, I can just like go, you are actually being encouraged to like utilize that energy, utilize that channel, utilize that flow. It's like a current or a wave of energy, a burst of energy that could be potentially coming through to benefit you. You know, it's like when you get a second wind or something like that. It's like, wow, I just got like a second wind of creativity and something like that. All right, so like make use of it is the message. All right, let's see, last but not least, what sort of vacation is your soul craving? 7 of Wands. So the Wands, yeah, like you kind of want a little bit of a challenge, but at the same time I feel like you're also over it. You're over I don't know why, but it's just like one of the things here, when I see the 7 of Wands, I'm reminded about distractions and I'm reminded about staying focused. So that's a big thing. Is in this case, you want to have a little bit of a tunnel vision in certain areas, and where you have been pushing, where you have been challenging yourself, like giving yourself a break. You know what I mean? Okay. You might be feeling. Let me tune in because I feel like this has something to do with. Okay, so part of what I'm getting, it's like don't resist. Don't resist when you get, like how I said, there might be a second wind. Something might come through and be like, yeah, go for it. I don't know if it's that you might have a hard time trying to channel and focus that energy, but that's where it's saying, like, I feel like there's also something you could use a challenge. You're ready for some something to kind of nudge you in the right direction, to kind of give you some resistance, but like in a healthy way. Okay, so I feel like if it's, since 7 I see as a very individualistic energy, this could be as simple as you needing to get out and work out some energy. Like if you've got some frustration, this could be as simple as you needing to go out for a run or go out for a jog or go out for like a meditative walk. Please don't hurt yourself, okay? And don't force yourself to run if you're not a runner. Okay, so that being said, I also want to remind you to check out your moon sign, your rising sign, your Venus and your node signs as well, if that should speak to you, of course. Just a little bit of added insights, that's all. And visit usgirlinhermoon.com to book your own personal session. Keep in mind that we are here for you live now, so you can speak to us live if you would like, and we are here for you, okay? So take care, have a good one. Hello, Pisces. Kapualani here. I hope this finds you doing well, but we've got your girl and her moon, Scorpio full moon reading here. So ready or not, Pisces, let's see what the cards have in store for you. Spirit and the cards. Don't know if you heard that honk, but let's see that as a validation that there's good things coming. All right, let's get your message from the universe. Pisces, the Chariot. Take control, go for a drive. Those are the first things that I got. So if that vibes and is something that speaks to your soul, cool. When I say take control, the Chariot, you think about taking the reins and you think about managing it. It's a finesse. We don't want to be gripping on too tightly, nor do we want to just kind of like, woo, let go. And so part of the advice here also is just to take notice, to take note for yourself if, it's one or the other, if either of those things are happening for you, okay? With the Chariot, it does have to do with power as well. And in this case, wielding your power, harnessing your power, and how you harness your power and how you project it. Okay, so Spirit's also saying to keep in mind that even though it may not, like the road in life, the path may not seem clear in life, and even if and when we feel stuck, life is still moving on. It's still, things are still happening, you know, around us. And so things don't stay stuck, even if we feel that way. And, you know, there can be times where, you know, on the conversely, if you're in this space where there's a lot going on and a lot going on, you know what I mean? Find that still point, find and manage that balance. This is a reminder also with the Chariot, okay? That, because of this crescent moon at the forehead, the sun at the back, you know, and this pentacle around the horse's neck, it's symbolic in that you are in a position to align with that core mastery of the Chariot, which is about that balance, right? Like when the horse is running at full speed, it's not thinking about those moments where all of its feet, you know, all of its feet are in the air. Do you ever see those photos, right, with the cats, or even people when they're running and it looks like they're flying, you know, or hovering because your feet are not touching the ground? And so do you think in those instances that the horse is in hell? No, right? If you're running at top speed, you're thinking about those moments where your feet are not touching the ground? No, because you go, Ree! So this is where it's saying that, you know, what you're doing, it might take a little bit of focus, but just remember that there's a balance, and we don't want to get too tunnel vision is all right? So what is this full moon bringing to your awareness? Yeah, Seven of Swords. Not everything is as it seems. We've got 7 and 7 here. So part of you might be feeling very internal right now as well. I do see 7 energies as an energy of individuality and of, you know, where we are just kind of assessing things, or where we're taking inventory of things. And it's managing. Okay, so with this 7 of Swords again, not everything is as it seems. There may be some details that you're not quite seeing. Like I said, the tunnel vision aspect of things, sometimes it benefits us. We need to kind of have that tunnel vision just to kind of get through something. And then other times, we want to make sure that we aren't missing out on other significant or important details, all right? And keep in mind also that just because we think that we've got the way, we know the way, yeah, we're going to do this, that tunnel vision way, universe got other plans, spirit got other plans, higher power got other plans, you know? So as confident as you are, just be prepared and realize that there are other tools in, you know, in your toolbox. There's other skills that you may have forgotten that you even have, all right? So that's another thing just to sort of keep in mind. What are you going to be potentially revisiting this full moon? 777. Whoa, 777. We'll see what the other numbers are, but so far spirits have really got angel numbers for you here. Okay, so 777, 77, 777 so far. And the reassessment of this energy, 7 of Cups, all about intoxication, illusion, addiction. Well, not so much addiction, but yeah, illusion and intoxication. All right, so what are you revisiting? Okay, a good fantasy never hurt anybody every now and then. However, when it starts to become a little bit self-destructive, destructive, harmful to ourselves or others, not so good. All right, so that's where I say we got to get a grip on things, okay? Get a grip on things. It may not be that moon, our thoughts, and what we are seeing and perceiving may not be all that it presents, or all that we think, or all that we are like believing or buying into, and that sort of thing. And so this is where I feel like there might be a lot that's going on right now, Pisces, and Spirit is just saying, don't trust everything you see, read, drink, smell, blah, blah. So actually, be mindful of even like when food is being offered to you or drink. I'm not saying somebody's trying to trick you, but like just trust your instincts. If it's like, maybe I need to pass on that one. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just going to say what's coming through. So advice for a smooth full moon, the star. Okay, so this is 17. We're graduating with this. 1-7. All right. So hopes and dreams, advice for a smooth full moon. Have faith, all right? You're not crazy with the things that you want or the goals that you have for yourself, but it's also about acknowledging the options and choices that are in front of you, versus what is maybe a little bit further along, what's further down the way. The reminder with the star, head in the clouds, feet on the ground, and I like to add, especially because we got this chariot, eyes on the road, okay? Eyes on the road, okay? Keep your hopes and dreams alive. Realize you are the star. It's not anything or anyone outside of you. It's not anything or anyone that is inspiring you, is motivating you, is looking like, hey, that's a good idea, right? That's just a spark of inspiration and hope for you to embrace and to follow and to co-create in your own way, in your own path. When you look in the mirror, I want you to look in the mirror, Pisces, and see that beautiful future version of yourself that you're holding space for is right there standing in front of you. Okay, right there. So the advice is to believe in that vision, in that dream, in yourself. Okay, to see that in yourself. It's not outside of you, it's within you. And anything with the revisitation part, what did you forget? What dreams did you forget, or did you leave off? Right now you might be tunnel vision and focused on only one thing, one perspective, one option. And Spirit's like, hey, you got other things that, you can work on. You don't have to stay so focused and tunnel vision on this one thing. You got other dreams. You know what I'm saying? And just because, like, hey, that cake's in the oven right now, the timer will go off. You got other things. Go read a book, run the vacuum. I don't know, take a break, whatever. Have a snack. Like, let the alarm go off when it goes off, because it will go off. And in the meantime, when the cake comes out of the oven, it'll pop out of the oven. You got other, then, you know what I mean? So then the cake will come out of the oven, and guess what? Now you got like a clean house, you read a book, or whatever part of the book did all these other things instead of just being like, you know what I mean? So what sort of break, what sort of downtime, Spirit? What are you craving? 9 of Cups. Yeah, you just want to enjoy, reap the benefits, the wishes, and you got wishes coming through, Pisces. What are like your dreams and things? I don't think you understand what's happening right now. I don't think I understand what's happening for you right now. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, I know that you want to just enjoy. You want to like reap the benefits and just, honestly, I'm hearing for whatever reason, go for a swim. I feel like that just has to do with taking a load off. And yeah, I don't think you want to be dealing with real reality. I think you just kind of want to stay in the romanticism right now, and I don't blame you. Like, I feel like part of this is saying, I don't know why, but it's like you want to run away from reality for a little bit. And I don't see that in this instance as unhealthy necessarily, which is why we got these energies saying, hey, just make sure that you find that balance. But this is what's going to be benefiting you, to go into those dreams. And this is, what your soul is craving, and also your outcome, all right? So it's saying that, hey, maybe believe in yourself a little bit, maybe get a little bit delusional, stay, be a little delulu, and don't stop. Where you are, it's not your end game. It's not your end game. Okay, I want you to see that you are that star on the rise, and you are that beautiful star that's shining, and that you're like your dreams and the things that you want, the happiness, it's right here, right now. Okay, like, so swim in it, have fun in it, try not to drown in it. Okay, but check out your moon, your rising signs, check out your Venus, your North Node, get a little bit of extra insight, see how that vibes with you. Visit usgirlundermoon.com. Book your own personal reading. We're here for you, and we are offering live sessions as well, so you can talk to us live, all right, Pisces? So have a good one. Take care. Till next time.